Yeah.
Because you can
Yeah,
get famous and make $1 million off the dumbest thing imaginable in 2024.
Welcome back to Hot Take Sports, episode 161. How are you doing, Brady?
Always start with me. Had a rough start to the morning, but afternoon was pretty good. And now we're here recording a podcast. So overall, everything that happened beyond 11 a.m. pretty solid.
there you go.
Clayton, how are you?
I'm all right. Yeah, long day, busy day, a lot of homework to do, but we're out here making it work. Isaac, how are you?
Good. Didn't have one of my classes today. Don't have class tomorrow. Um, got done with my internship early, kind of. And yeah.
All right, so do we let's cut out some of the shorter topics first. We'll leave the everybody's favorite subject for last. Um, Start with MLS. The Columbus Crew got eliminated last night.
Sadly.
They took the NYFC Red Bulls 2-2 to Pens, lost 5-4. Um, got swept in the series. Just been kind of playing lackluster and out of gas the last couple weeks, echoing the sentiment of Matthew White, who is on on a work trip in Michigan, uh, as you can see by me being on this couch. Leo is also at work, by the way, for those wondering. Um, but yeah, I mean they just kind of played lackluster and soft. I mean, after we saw them win, there was just nothing left, and even then, even that was kind of iffy.
Yeah. Team ran out of steam, but I think we'll probably move on from a couple players, maybe, and then kind of retool a little. But
That's what I was just looking at. So I think realistically, we might have seen Kucho's the last game in a crew uniform. He's been drawing a lot of interest from overseas. So could he stay? Yeah. Do I think he will? No. I think it's inevitable, right? It's going to happen. That's just part of the reality of playing in the MLS is you're going to lose some of your better guys overseas. It's just going to happen. So realistically, I think that we might have seen Cucho's last game in a crew uniform, but overall, like you said, Brittany, they got outgunned. They showed up like they were the best team in the league, which they might have been, and got beat by a team that wanted to work harder for it. So I don't really have too much to say other than that.
It's kind of disappointing, like knowing the team that showed up in the tournaments in July and the hot stretch they were on then, and then just to see this, like
yeah,
first rounded.
Yeah,
I think with all the tournaments is what got them. They just ran out of gas. They had they did like four tournaments in the middle of the season. Feels like,
I don't know.
and Cucho is 25, so he's right in that overseas wanting him. He was the finalist for MLS MVP. Yeah, he's gonna go somewhere overseas, probably in the Premier League.
Man, does this mean Rossi's got to be our main guy?
I don't know if we're gonna keep Rossi. I could see us getting rid of him.
we could sell him too,
Or we better
theoretically.
rebuild. Like,
No, they'll
I
find
would say rebuild.
some guy from overseas that's super young, like they did with Hugo, and sign him.
okay, I'm a casual, so I'm just out here running for the hills out of fear.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll sell Rossi or not. Like I said, I think Cucho realistically is not good as gone, but definitely kind of trending in that direction. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
for how young he is, I definitely see him going overseas. You can text Matt this and ask him and see if we can get his response because he knows more than all of us. But see what he says to that.
Yeah,
But
I'll text them.
if he does go overseas, I would like him to go to like a Fulham or a Liverpool, one of our teams overseas. That would
Yeah.
be cool to see. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah, transitioning from one of our teams into the only other team the three of us share. Uh, Guardians news today, David Fry had elbow surgery. He's 6 to 8 months from DHing. So that's like anywhere between May and July, and a full year from being able to play the field. So probably DH the second half, if that. Um, and it came out today that Carlos Santana wants to still play another 3 to 4 years. He's
Isn't
38
that
already.
crazy?
Um,
Yeah.
so I mean, maybe bring him back on like a 1 year deal, just like get us through veteran leadership. I mean, we're not gonna sign him to a 3 year deal. Like he's still gonna be playing
No.
on 1 year the rest of his career, I'm sure.
Yeah. It would be nice to see Santana back. Um, like I said, not a presence. But one thing I want to see the guards do is sign Austin Hedges to like a 2 or 3 year. But you're probably not going to. You'll probably see a 1 year out of him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
But he just goes with this team.
I think they should just like. I think if he doesn't have any other offers, they should just be like, "Hey, we want you to come coach." Like you're not allowed to leave. You just can't play anymore.
Yeah, because you can't hit the ball for beans, dude.
Because like that's the one thing about our organization is we're an organization built on catchers. Like half of our coaching staff is catchers,
Yeah.
including our manager. Like, and we have the best catcher in Cleveland baseball history coaching first base. So it's not like it's a bad environment. Might as well add one more to the staff.
Yeah. Either make him see if you can get him to be a coach, or I don't care, extend him. He's part of this team.
Yeah.
I don't care if he hits 190. I don't know what did he hit this year.
I don't even know. But he didn't even play enough for that to matter.
No. But he's there for that veteran presence and help the pitching staff. He would be a great bullpen coach.
Yeah. I
Or a
bullied.
bullpen catcher.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I bullied the Astros for the longest time for keeping around Martin Maldonado. Because dude hit like a buck 20 every year, but was a perennial Gold Glove candidate, and that's basically what we have now.
That's Austin Etches for you.
Yeah.
I don't really have any Guardians news other than that. I mean, just
You
gotta be active.
You forgot the most important one. James Karinchak is no longer a
Oh,
Cleveland Guardian.
That's
Let's
right.
hit hooray.
That's right. That happened while you were asleep, Clayton. We outrighted James
Oh, yeah?
Karinchak off the 40-man roster, and instead of accepting his assignment to AAA Columbus, he decided to hit the bricks. So James Karinchak, the parasite, is gone from the Cleveland baseball organization.
We didn't need him. We have Trevor Stephan, right, coming back.
I don't even know where they're gonna put him because they extended him last year.
Right. But say there's a couple of guys you probably could send out that you called up this year that you can put them in there.
It wouldn't shock me if they tried to subtract from the bullpen to add to the lineup, honestly. It's things teams have done in the past, and I can definitely see it being a possibility.
I also could maybe see them trading the first baseman.
Well, yeah, but it's not a first baseman, it's Josh Naylor.
Yes.
Oh, it's in his last
You
season.
could have just said Josh.
Well, I didn't want to bring up the depressing segment.
I wouldn't exactly call it depressing. I mean, it's just a player his build.
Sports.
It's sports, but yeah. But a player his build just doesn't last.
And
Especially the way he played down the stretch, like you could tell he was gassed.
Yeah, and you have a John Kenzie Noel who could play there. You have a Mangiardo who can play there.
Dude, I don't.
You can have a David Fry when he comes back.
I see no reason to put Noel back at first base unless it's like as an emergency backup. That is an arm you don't put at first base. You keep him in the outfield as much as you can.
Yeah, he has the arm for outfield. He's slow, but he has a arm.
It just if he can come back and hit again this year or next year the way he did this year, I'm all for it going forward. I'm just worried about him turning back into Joey Gallo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. But I also could see him hitting 20 to 25 home runs next season.
Well, yeah, I mean that it's not the home runs that I'm worried about, Isaac. It's him hitting a $180 with 200 strikeouts.
That's fair.
So Mike Napoli.
Yeah. But
hey, Mike Napoli was goated.
Yeah. Shortstop,
Yeah.
He had 34 home runs.
Napoli was a goat.
Yeah, and 197 million strikeouts.
I'm gonna look this up now. Just
That
'cause I'm
dude was
curious.
the def. That
don't-
dude, I bet he had over 200. That dude was up there, dinger or nothing.
I am gonna look this up though. Just not
Yeah.
curious. Keep talking.
Yeah. So first base kind of up for toss. See what they do with there. I think second and short and third are locked up. Catchers locked up. That outfield is pretty much locked up. I would love them to see them to extend Lane Thomas, and then you
How many was it, Brady?
194. Yeah, you got me for sure. I didn't realize that he was that bad at strikeouts. So yeah, you got me
Yeah.
for sure.
How many did he have?
194.
Oh, I thought he had over 200. That's still ridiculous, though. Like, that's
Yeah, he
you
led
can't be doing that.
he had a 48 gap on the next guy. If that tells you. But I agree with extend like
Yeah.
that. All right, Clayton. I want to see if you can guess you two. I want to see if you can guess the rest of the top 5.
Joey Gallo.
From
The Cleveland Indians 2016 strikeouts. Because Napoli first with 194.
Santana.
Santana was 5th with 99.
I'm trying to think who
Okay.
was on that team. Edwin Carson.
Yeah, me too.
He was not there yet.
Okay.
Yeah, he came after.
There was a Kipnis was on that team.
Kipnis was second with
Kipnis-
146.
Really?
Kipnis struck out that much?
Yeah.
Oh, who was our catcher? It was Roberto Perez.
No.
Really?
Perez barely played
That
the
dude couldn't hit
postseason.
either.
Perez had 44.
Was Jan
Jan
Gomes?
Jan Gomes
Is Jan Gomes
was
on there?
8th with 69. So no.
Nice.
There are both players are outfielders.
Okay, that's
Was that Rajay Davis?
Rajay Davis is 4th with 106. I didn't even realize he played enough to have 106
Yeah, he played a
strikeouts.
lot that season.
yeah, me neither. Uh,
I don't know. Brantley was there, but he didn't strike out much.
Brantley was hurt most of the year. He only had
Right.
6
I
strikeouts.
say he didn't play a lot that season.
Who
Who
was our
knows?
outfield? That's kind of when I started paying attention. I don't remember outfielder names.
You know this
give me a
guy.
hint.
I know that both of you know this guy.
Okay.
Hey, Bruce?
That was the following year.
Okay. I'm trying to think of names.
I will give a hint if you want.
I would like a
I
hint.
could use a light hint.
He was a left-handed hitter.
Killing me. Lonnie Chisenhall.
Ooh, that's
I actually really like that you pulled that, but no, he was 7 with 7.
Oh crap! No, Tyler Naquin.
Yep, it's Tyler Naquin.
Yep, okay, that makes
112
a
in
lot of
third
sense.
place.
I
Okay.
totally
Yep.
forgot about Tyler Naquin.
Clayton, I knew you would be the one to get there too. I was like, come on, Clayton, come on.
I'm like, I
It took me a
forgot
minute,
about
but we
Naquin.
got there.
I was gonna say I almost said I have met this guy personally, but I don't think you really would have even remembered that.
I don't think so. No, I don't think that would have helped me.
But yeah, oh gosh, let's see
Is
what
that
else.
pretty much it for baseball?
Yeah, the Dodgers won the World Series 4-1. The Yankees imploded. The Dodgers' entire strategy was play fundamental baseball because the Yankees couldn't.
Great strategy.
Yeah, the NBA, the Cavs really good. The Jazz really not. You guys are what,
Yeah.
7-0?
7-0, play Milwaukee
7-0
again
right now.
tonight in Cleveland. It's going to be a tough one, but we'll see how it goes.
I was gonna say you guys can each talk about whatever you want in terms of that.
You have anything on the Cavs?
I don't have too much. Kenny Atkinson has been utilizing Evan Mobley a lot more. Even when he's not scoring, he's touching the ball more.
Point
So I
notes.
think that's definitely helped us out. Donovan Mitchell hit a buzzer beater to beat the Bucks. Was that Saturday night?
Yeah, Saturday.
That was
That
his
was
first
cool.
career game winner, by the way.
Crazy.
Yeah. You couldn't have one for your crap franchise, so he chose to have one for us.
No, I actually watched a video the other day of all of his previous attempts at a game winner. I think he missed like
Oh, right.
14. Yeah. I was like,
The
come
fact
on,
that
man.
somebody actually like took the time to like compile that too. It was hilarious to me.
A lot of them were in the playoffs too, which made it hurt so much more.
Sorry about your luck.
But I don't really have too much. We're playing 7-0. Kenny Atkinson's doing well, and yeah, no complaints so far. We beating the Lakers at home was big
Yep.
too. That happened last
And
week.
Bronny got his first points in Cleveland.
That's true. I think I saw somebody say that was probably the loudest ovation they've ever heard for an opposing player.
He grew up in Cleveland.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I get it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
No. But going to more depressing
The Utah Jazz? Yeah. We're 0-6.
that too. I was gonna do football.
Well, I still gotta talk yet.
I know.
Loser.
Go ahead.
The Jazz are 0-6. Larry Markkanen's hurt. The world sucks. Okay.
Good.
College football. Clayton, Bowling Green.
Yeah, we play tomorrow, Central Michigan. Should be a good game. Starting off action, the most important thing that's happening tomorrow, definitely not NFL free agency or the election. So, just a couple of scores from the weekend. Boise State beat San Diego State. The only reason that game matters is because of Genty.
And Boise State's
Ohio
top 12
State
now.
Yeah.
Yes, and Ohio State beat Penn State 20-13 on the road at Penn State. Hilarious, by the way. I saw a video. There was a lot of videos that came out of here after the game. I saw one. The big one was of Jason Kelsey. A guy was talking crap about Travis, so he Gronk spiked his phone. Good for Jason Kelsey. I was a little worried he'd get charged with a crime because Conor McGregor got charged with, I want to say it was an assault charge for taking somebody's phone. It was burglary for taking somebody's phone and smashing it one time. So I was like, well, crap. Now they're going to get Jason Kelsey with that. But that hasn't happened as of now. Today is November 4th.
Yes.
Yeah, November 4th. That hasn't happened yet. So that's good. The other video that came out of there, I don't know if you guys saw this. Some dude was talking crap to James Franklin when he was walking in. So James Franklin stopped what he was doing and turned and looked at him and was like, "What's your name?" And you could tell this kid was like baffled, had no idea what to do. He's like, "What's your name?" The guy's like, "Whoa," and he's like, "If you're man enough to stand here and talk to me, what is your name?" And then the kid just turned around and walked away. Hilarious. This both ties in to say people are getting too comfortable disrespecting other people.
Oh,
And like
absolutely.
smashing somebody's phone, punching somebody in the face. Like those are very real consequences that could happen. And I don't think people realize that.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, this generation is just unhinged.
yeah, like I said, I think the internet has a lot to do with it because you can
Yeah.
It
just
does.
send a mean tweet. Nothing's probably going to happen, especially with Elon in charge now. They're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Well, and then on the flip side, everybody's trying to go viral.
Yeah.
Because you can
Yeah.
get famous and make $1 million off the dumbest thing imaginable in 2024.
Yep.
And now everybody's trying to do it.
True.
Get your
But
podcast
to
with Jake Paul.
To continue with college football scores, Army did beat Air Force 20-3.
With their backup
Army's
quarterback.
still unbeaten, man.
Yeah.
Right, because their guy that's been carrying them all year missed it with an undisclosed injury or illness. I thought that was kind of odd.
AKA Vegas
But,
called.
Yeah, pretty much. Oregon beat Michigan 38-17 at the Big House. Georgia beat Florida.
Did you see that Oregon scored like right at the end just to add on?
No.
Yeah, they
Good.
scored in like the last minute just for fun.
Good. Good.
Love that from Oregon.
Kansas State lost to Houston. That was a top 25 team that got beat. Texas A&M also lost to South Carolina. The goalpost came down there. A&M was 15. The only two top 25 matchups outside of Ohio State and Penn State that I'm seeing on here was number 25 Louisville beat Clemson. It was 19, 33-21. And SMU beat Pitt. SMU was 13. Pitt was 23. SMU won that one, 48-25.
And Indiana kicked the living tar out of Michigan State.
Yeah, that was to be expected, though.
Michigan State was up
47-10.
10-0 at one point, though. Indiana ripped off like 40 unanswered points.
Indiana's good.
That'll teach them. Ohio State, they host Purdue this weekend, right?
Yeah. Purdue, Northwestern, then
Ohio
Indiana.
State has
and
Purdue.
Michigan.
Like I said, BG's at Central Michigan tomorrow, so that's what I'll be doing inevitably when I come home and still have a mountain of homework to do. That pretty much wraps
Un-
it up for college football, I guess. Other than we should talk
Unrelated
about high
college
school.
news. My
Go
college
for
is
it.
going to be on ESPN Plus tonight.
Really? For
Yeah,
football?
our men's basketball team is scrimmaging IUPUI, and so it's going to be on ESPN
Oh,
Plus.
that's really funny,
Fun.
actually.
Yeah, I saw that. I said, "Does that say ESPN Plus?"
Are you gonna watch it?
Probably not. I might go back and watch the replay. It depends on what I'm doing later, honestly.
There's too many good things on tonight, like the Cavs
Yeah, I mean
and
that's
Sunday night football against Patrick Mahomes and Baker Mayfield.
yeah. I might go watch the
man.
replay like later, but hilarious.
Yes. Going to the NFL now. Me and Clayton went to a depressing Browns game, but we did meet Brady's favorite player, Bailey Zappi.
He is not my favorite
That we
player. He
did.
is your quarterback, by the way.
So when we got there, he was warming up. There were like a handful of guys on the field. Like Nick Chubb was out there, Bailey Zappi was out there getting some throws in, a couple offensive linemen, including Michael Dunn. We also got a picture with Michael Dunn.
Yep.
He's a backup offensive lineman for the Browns. But we got to meet Bailey Zappi. I just called him over and I was like, "Hey man, can we get a picture with you?" And he had AirPods in, so I doubt he knew what I was saying, but he took the picture. So I mean,
That's
that's kind of a
awesome.
W. So,
Yeah. We also
yeah,
told
it was
him
funny.
we were a big fan.
Yeah.
Did you
I
actually?
told him that
Yeah,
you were.
we did.
Yes, we did.
That's awesome. Dude,
But
I saw his first career start.
yeah, you did.
In that
Wasn't it
building.
there?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's back where it all started, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
We tried to get other autographs, no success. Jameis came over, signed a couple.
Yeah, Jameis
Not a whole lot of
signed
guys stopped.
a Florida
I did
State
get to high five
jersey.
David and Joku. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. We saw
Yeah,
Jameis.
and Isaac, you might as well go. You've been cutting me off for the last 5 minutes.
Well, we saw Jameis signed a Florida State jersey and a Bucks jersey for a kid.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now you go.
I get it. What? No Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett did not come over. Nick Chubb did not stop, even though Isaac had his college jersey, which is fine. Like this is their job. They're working. But after that, we went up to the seats, and yeah, this game was irritating, but there's still actually, in my mind, were a couple positives to take away. We got to the quarterback a lot. Miles Garrett had gone. We learned on the way over there he hadn't gotten a sack in 4 games, and then he had 3 in the first half. So watching that was really cool. We watched Miles Garrett become the all-time sack leader in the history of the Cleveland Browns, so that was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah, and that was something that neither of us even thought was possible, but we just happened to be at that game. Yeah, defense overall, outside of I looked into this today. There were 3 plays that had Justin Herbert passed for like 282 yards or something like that. But over half of them came on 3 plays. 2 blown coverages between Juan Thornhill and Denzel Ward. That they got burned on this basically the same play twice.
Yeah.
So that happened, and then the other one was some crap lateral play that they tried to end out the first half. So those are literally the 3. That was like by itself probably 150 of his passing yards. Like we really didn't play that bad outside of a couple of big plays, and obviously offense looked horrendous. That's not going to justify that. Jameis threw 3 picks. We were in the dog pound when he scored. That was kind of fun. We'd snuck down there for the fourth quarter, for like the end of the fourth quarter.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. I'd love to see a game from there someday, but yeah, happy it wasn't that one for sure.
I can only imagine
Isaac,
being in
what
the
are
dog
your
pound for the entirety of that game.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm sure spirits were high.
Then we had a lady behind us. I'll let you continue the story, Clayton.
Yeah, just the dumbest individual I've ever seen before in my life. she was like, every time Jameis Winston would screw something up, she'd be like, "This is the quarterback you guys wanted." And then when I don't even know how it came up, but I said something after he completed a pass. It was like when we were driving down the field right before he threw his first pick. And she was like, "Do you really think he's a better quarterback than Deshaun Watson?" And I was like, "Yeah, he has the same amount of wins, and it only took him one game, and he's not a sex offender."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, that's pretty straightforward to me, if you ask me. I would rather us keep Jameis, even if Deshaun was healthy. I'd rather us keep Jameis Winston out there, even with how terrible he's proven to be. He could have thrown 8 interceptions by this point with the amount that were dropped. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
It's a good point.
at
You'll
least
never
he's
guess
willing
who
to throw the
Isaac
ball.
wants to see, though.
He knows who I want
What?
to see.
So I said you'll never guess who Isaac wants to see play, though.
I literally told Isaac at one point, if you say, because he talked about playing DTR while we were watching the game, I was like, if you say to see what we have, I am literally going to sleep. Or, excuse me. I said, I am literally going to punch you in the nose.
Mm-hmm.
I hate you so much.
I know.
You're so predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I saw it coming from a mile away, and I was like, Isaac, don't, no, we're not
Don't
doing
even
this.
say
Nope.
it.
Don't even say it. It's no, we don't have anything there. I've seen it live and in person. We don't have anything.
Yeah, it's true. This is the same man that said Jordan Love would be bad. Except for
What?
this time,
Me?
he's right.
Yeah, he was bad yesterday. Did you watch the game?
No, I did not.
He threw a
Yeah,
stupid
exactly. You
pick.
didn't see the worst interception. This was
I
a
was
worse
watching
interception.
your team play yesterday, so
They were the 425 game.
Well, they played at
Oh.
425, so there's really no
That was the
excuse.
Brady.
no, I was out and
Yeah,
about.
sure you were. He threw the most crap interception with like 40 seconds to go in the first half. He like tried to underhand shovel pass right to a Lions DB who just ran it back.
Yeah, it's just absolutely wild how much
Garbage.
of a mix between Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre he is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
seriously.
week to week basis too. Like,
Uh-huh.
And granted, yesterday it was really rainy in Green Bay, so like that definitely did not help him out. But
No.
yeah, when I watched that play and I was like, okay, that's enough football for now. And I watched the end of the NASCAR race. That's
Yeah.
elite.
Yeah. And then we talked a couple of Browns fans while walking out of the stadium. Asked them what quarterback they wanted, and they said Cam Ward.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, you guys are going to be high enough to have a
guy
pretty
also
good
said
selection.
Mm-hmm.
guy also said trade Jimmy Haslam. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, true.
All right.
Jimmy is not a good quarterback seeker, if you look at it.
No, he is not.
I heard Jerry Jones is looking for a new home.
Well, I think that might be the only owner in the league that I would not want to switch.
Yeah.
That might be the only owner where I'd be like, okay, never mind. Maybe Jimmy Haslam isn't that bad.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking right now. I Googled this earlier today because like Isaac said we were talking about it yesterday. There are only 2 quarterbacks that are projected to go on or like early, like top 10. Their number one quarterback prospect right now is Shadur Sanders from Colorado. Number 2 is Cam Ward for Miami. Number 3 is Carson Beck from Georgia. He's projected to go like late day one. Same with Jaden Milroe from Bama, late day one.
Dude, is Carson Beck
Quinn
even any
Ewers
good?
also late day one. What?
Says Carson Beck even any good?
Who knows? Drew Aller is another name I've seen we've been connected to on day 2. If we decide to go a different route, but we'll see. I'm not excited about the thought of Shadur Sanders being on the team.
No,
But
dude, he's a
just
Raider.
for 2 reasons. Well, for 2 reasons, I don't want him on the team. The first one is that's just going to be a media circus that the Browns don't need. We are
Yeah.
dysfunctional enough as is, but adding just, and it's not even necessarily negative press, but just, hang on. Sorry, gang, my computer was getting low, so I had to move it.
Very good.
Good.
Just seeing that media, just the thought of that media circus just reminds me of what we went through with Manziel, and I don't want that.
Yeah.
The other thing, the other reason I don't want us to draft him is because I could literally see Dion being like, "No, you're not playing there," and just him not signing.
Pulling a Eli Manning.
Yeah. I get it. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, I think he ends up in Vegas.
I 100% could see Vegas happening. That makes a lot of sense to me. But I do not see a world right now, and obviously we'll find out next April, but right now I do not see a world where Shedeur Sanders is included.
Shadur is probably the most ready for the NFL, but
He's a pro style QB.
yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? He's obviously a great prospect. The number one prospect still right now, I think, is Travis Hunter.
I would totally agree
Like
with
on
that.
paper, he is the
Yeah.
best available player. I don't really see a world where the Browns take him. I really don't, but it's the Cleveland Browns. I don't really rule anything out. We could always use another wide receiver realistically, and if the guy can play DB, hey, more power to him, I guess. So
Travis Hunter is one of the only players I'm willing to pass up on a tackle for in the first round.
I've seen a lot of stuff though where you guys trade back because there aren't like this isn't a
Yeah.
tackle head draft. Like, you know what I mean? There's not like
Yeah.
when Laramie Tunsil was out there. There's not a Laramie Tunsil level prospect out there this
No.
year.
And
Eric Decker.
Well, yeah, Mac
Yeah.
Hero, baby. He went to Central Michigan, didn't he?
Yeah, I think. And he was first
I
overall,
think he
so.
did. Yeah, and he's to my knowledge the only MAC player to ever go number one. Let's see. I think he went to Central Michigan. I know he went to one of the Michigan schools.
It's something like that. I'm
Oh,
definitely a
not
Mac.
Eric Decker, Eric Fisher. Eric
Oh,
Fisher. That's who we're thinking of.
Eric Decker is a wide receiver, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He did go to CMU. Okay, I thought he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked up Eric Decker and I was like, wait a minute, that's a different guy named Eric. But I don't know, Brady. I know you guys need a tackle. I think number one. I think
Desperately.
that's where you guys should stay. Yes,
if you
yes,
don't
I
get a
agree with
tackle
that.
first round, I think you guys go wide receiver.
I mean, yeah. Like those are the two biggest needs. That's what we need. And that again is one of the only reasons why Travis Hunter is from the only players I'd pass on for a tackle. Like if we sit and take Travis Hunter, I'm fine. I'm happy. Because either you get wide receiver Travis Hunter, who could be really good, or you get corner Travis Hunter to pair with Christian Gonzalez, and then no one's gonna try to pass. Glorious times.
They'll go after the slot,
Yeah, exactly. Like you'll
and then you can have a middle linebacker to help there.
exactly. But I
Can I
also
run
I
through?
like Taylor Owen McMillan from Arizona. I like him. So it's a couple wide receiver options I'd be happy with. We need a new wide receiver coach because I saw a video about this today. It's like we have all this wide receivers that had like such good character reviews and so much talent coming in. But why do they suck?
Eric.
Why do they all suck? Why
Right.
are they all complaining? Get a new coach. Shake something up. Drake May accounted for 301 of our 316 yards of offense yesterday. Why is your first round quarterback running for 95 yards while your running backs, who you're paying like a combined $20 million to, combined for 15? 15 yards. And it's not like it was a blowout. The game went to overtime. It was 20-17. We lost to Nick Folk.
And Mason.
That's sad. That is a sad, sad statement.
We
is what
lost to
that is.
Nick Folk and Mason Rudolph.
That hurts.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm all for having a higher draft pick. This was like one of the only games I wanted to win. One of the only games I wanted to win.
Speaking of games, should we run through the rest of the scores real quick before we run out of time?
How much time do we have left?
About 3 minutes. I could speed run.
Okay, yeah, go
About
ahead.
4 minutes.
I'm good. So go ahead.
Okay, so Texans lost to the Jets 21-13 Thursday Night Football. Panthers beat the Saints 20-22. Commanders beat the Giants 27-22. Bills beat the Dolphins 30-27. Chargers beat the Browns, like we said, 27-10. Titans beat the Patriots 20-17 in OT, like Brady said. Falcons did end up beating the Cowboys 27-21. Some injuries there to Dak and CeeDee Lamb, so that's not great. Not the spot that they want to be in, I'm sure. Bengals beat the Raiders 41-24. Ravens beat the Broncos 41-10. Cards beat the Bears 29-9. Eagles beat the Jags 28-23. Rams beat the Seahawks in overtime 26-20. Lions beat the Packers 24-14. Vikings beat the Colts 21-13 last night in Sunday Night Football. And like Isaac said, Baker Mayfield and co are going to Kansas City tonight to take on the Chiefs.
I just have one last game I want to talk about very quickly. Shout out to Derek Carr for getting the same guy fired from two places 10 years apart. The Saints fired head coach Dennis Allen today. They're on a 6-game losing streak, I think. Maybe no, it is 7 because they started 2-0.
It's 7.
Yep. Yeah.
2-0 with the most electric offense in football in the first 2 weeks.
Yep, and you lost to the Panthers, so you deserve to get fired.
Yeah, Dennis Allen got the can. Shout out Alvin Kamara for having 215 yards yesterday, 155 on the ground and 60 through the air. Bro was a menace yesterday.
So was Saquon Barkley with the reverse hurdle.
Yeah, but he didn't break 200 yards. So Kamara better. All right, Clayton, wrap it up.
Is that a podcast?
I mean, if you have anything else. I don't have anything else.
I don't really.
I don't either.
Isaac, you good?
Yeah,
Worth noting, Browns are going into the bye week this week, so thank God I don't have to watch a stupid TV this week. Oh
Yep.
God. And this concludes episode 161 of the Hot Take Sports Podcast. Make sure to follow us on all our social medias at Hot Take Sports 16. Give us your best hot take. Use code HTS at SeatGeek for $20 off of your first purchase. Again, SeatGeek, $20 first purchase. One more thing, I guess. Shout out BG Falcon Hockey. They did go 2-0 this weekend, so that was good, getting a home sweep. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you all next week.